She spilled my coffee.
Okay. I'm sorry, we missed that whole really nice intro. God damn. You're gonna have to excuse me. I need to... Where's my volume mixer? God. Okay, well, I guess we're going to the demo sequence while I figure this out, because it's kind of loud in my ears. Alright, how's that? That seems a lot better. Okay. Alright. My God. Someone looked at a Y2K futurism aesthetic blog on tumblr.com. Early beta, limited online and offline modes are available, but content balance, performance may change, blah, 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 blah. Okay, game may crash. Oh boy. There's no story. Did I? Yeah, I did. Wow, someone really liked, Brawl. Although I guess Kirby's Air Ride... I mean, it's basically them just copying Brawl and, like, Kirby's Air Ride, sort of, mixed with a little bit of, like, God, how do I want to... There's so many fucking terms that people use to describe this kind of design now. So did, Icarus, for the 3DS. I saw you guys talking about that. I personally, oh man, we gotta play as her. There can be no other. I don't really care about, like, I mean, I guess they're okay looking. Alien is for people who don't want to, who want to pretend that they're too cool to take this game seriously. Damn, son. Whoa. So I gotta be honest, I did not grow up with Sonic Adventure or 2. And I didn't play Kirby's Air Ride growing up. Well, didn't his wife come up with it? I thought that was the thing, like his wife came up with that sort of design language. I remember reading something about that, but I could be wrong. So I have no fucking idea. Oh shit, you can fucking bitch smack them. Like it's an episode of Leave It to Beaver. Okay. Mrs. Sakurai, this is true. He's a lucky man to have a woman who puts up with his gaming stuff. I learned a very sad story today. About the guy I've been sort of feuding with. But it's kind of funny in hindsight. I said, oh, is it? Oh, you have to be moving to throw. Oh! Dicta! Oh my god! Is he drowning? Oh shit, okay. Whew. Okay, what do? I don't want to kick him. I don't want him to be, like, permanently scarred for life. I don't know. I just have no idea how Chow mechanics work. I don't know why this keeps happening to me, where I play these games that are clearly, like, meant to be great value brand versions of, like, games that, other people grew up with. And for some reason I end up playing the spiritual successors more than anything. His name is Burdock. I'll tell the story in a second. But this was the same way with fucking what's it? Goddamn Bomb Rush Cyberpunk. I did not grow up with a Dreamcast or Jet Grind Radio or Jet Set Radio or Jet Radio Future. But I ended up playing that in, like, this was way before I started streaming to YouTube. I was in a good old Discord streaming. Oh my god. End dive. I do. Ooh. I like it. It matches what my character looks like. It's just like a D&D game. Oh my god. The mans went flying. But the gentleman that I've been silently feuding with lately on arcade stuff, I learned that he basically gave up half his arcade to his wife so she could have a music studio after his little he had like a little meltdown. It's not really that funny. It's mostly just me being an asshole. But yeah, it's one of those situations where you get married. It's one of the reasons why I'm terrified of having a relationship. 'Cause like I don't know, like I don't want to lose sight of who I am a little bit. That's kind of the dream, is to find someone who would accept me for all of me. Isn't that fucking Shadow the Hedgehog's? Oh man, I fucking forget how it goes, but I know that's a song in, like, in Sonic. I forget what the band is that sings. It's not Sum 41. Sum 41 is the ska band. I'm sorry. I'm such a dipshit when it comes to Sonic. Like, I very Crush 40. There we go. Really, we did not have a Sega console past the Genesis. What do I do with you?
Cute.
Go, my little men, go. This is how you have to teach kids to swim. You literally just have to throw them in. And they just kind of have to intuit how to figure it out. But I don't really know. I don't really know how to do things to these guys. Uh-oh. Uh-oh! Okay. That's enough swimming for one day. We don't need to be falling through the world. Oh, fuck!
Cute.
Yeah, I don't really know what does what. I have a feeling that, like, there's a vital component to this that we're missing out on. I might need to give some items or something. I'm stupid about virtual pets. But yeah, no. You need to do races. Okay, so we have to play the main game. All right, that's what I figured. I have no idea how any of this game plays. I probably should have opened up like a private lobby or something to check out the controls. Because I imagine there's probably already some like Giga Sweat that has like figured this shit out already. Because it's been out for a couple hours. Such is the nature of video games connected to internet. Alright. Oh god. Can I not change my character? I can't change my character for some reason. I do not know why. Do characters have different attribute? What? Oh no, don't tell me this is one of those things where there's nobody online. Oh, that's gonna make this end quick. I was kind of hoping to get a little bit of video game in. I wanted to play just a crumb of video game. Alright, can I start? Okay. Oh no, don't tell me it's like... Oh man, you have to have more than one person, don't you? Alright, well if we can't find anybody... That's gonna be a problem for this. There's CPUs. Oh shit, we found someone. Neotoad. Why am I Cosmic Ecologist? What happened to my name? Also, there's a piece of that ring left on... Oh, God, that's even worse. So if you look at the N in garden, it's forming a tangent with the weird little circle ring background. Oh, my God, that's awful to look at. Ugh. Ugh. Hello? McFly, hello?
Right? Wrong. You know what they say, all toasters toast toast.
Yo, how do you guys do that?
I can't even exit. I am stuck in Star Garden hell. This doesn't exactly bode well for this game. If this is like peak hours on a Saturday night, and we can't find a match.
What's wrong with you?
So I may have to not play this. I actually cannot leave. We are stuck in a menu. Yeah, that is fair. I just feel like you'd be finding more people to play. I don't think. I don't know. Maybe it is a client side or a server side issue. I mean, the game hasn't like froze, but the D-pad lets me do something. Makes a noise. I don't know how apparent. Oh my. I pushed buttons and I am somehow playing the game but stuck in a menu. Alright, well, we're gonna have to reset this. This thing is fucked. Oh no, not you too, Task Manager. Let's see. End that task, baby. Okay, there we go. Stargun. Alright, let's see. How do we play offline? Options. That is video and that is audio. Oh. Should have just did that. Oh, this is literally just Smash. Can I have more people join? Can I have more people join? Oh. Ooh.
Ready, set, go!
Ow, fuck. Oh my god. What is happening? I cannot control this. This does not control. What the fuck is going on? I cannot control this. There is like zero sense of like gravity or like movement. I can't jump. Thank you. I am holding nothing other than just like, I mean, now I'm boosting. Again, I did not play Air Ride, so there's fundamental things about this experience that I don't understand. Like, I don't get how this game controls, because it doesn't. You're just like sliding around. Are they in the little kitty car that you get? Fuck. How the fuck does this game expect me to do any kind of combat when I can barely move around the map? What the fuck? What the fuck is happening? What is going on? I cannot, like... The game does... Like, I don't mean to dark side fill this shit, but, like... I actually, like, seriously don't understand what is happening. And I don't think I would feel that way if I was playing, like, Air Ride or something. I can't. I'm assuming the flood thing is causing this, but, like, it's just making the goddamn screen just... The game is just unplayable. I'm literally just pushing buttons. And I don't understand how, like... Okay, I get what was going on there. Because it was a flood, everyone was, like, in water gravity. Okay, that makes sense. So I think I kind of get what this game is expecting from you. It wants you to use boost. Like, it basically, like, gives everyone, like, ice momentum. And it wants you to, it wants you to use boost as, like, a... Oh my god, there's a Fortnite ring! Oh, boy. Get out, get out, get out, get out, get out. Okay, so I just won because the computers are dumb. They made a video guide for it.
But not your company.
Shut up. Oh, okay. I'm not sure that's the correct move there, Star Garden, considering the experience I just had with your game. We'll give it one more go. Can I make them, like, more difficult? Okay, well, let's see if, like, the different... Okay, there's rules. Alright, collect phase time, finale type, combat phase. Let's make it 6 minutes each. Random event settings, item settings. I don't know what any of this does. Evolution stones. Yeah, it seems like a thing I'd have to... We'll do item frequency high. And we'll do event frequency low. Combat it seems like combat phase is the only... Oh no, yeah, we were gonna check out. Yeah, this seems like a game that I'd have to read a guide for. Ooh. Oh, so it's literally just the beam sword from Smash. Oh, I turned into the toy car. Like, I've seen some gameplay of Air Ride, so I know this is very much... This is just Air Ride. Like, battle mode. For the most part. Oh god, that's a mushroom from Mario Kart. Okay, so we want to be collecting, like, blue crates, I think, at this point in time. Oh, shit! I'm on a motorcycle now. We got the Chaos Emerald. I can't even, like, barely tell what's going on. This game is so uncontrollably frenetic, and I seem to just be sliding through buildings. It also literally cannot handle itself. And I'm running this on a 3080. Like, this, I do not have a crappy computer by any stretch of the imagination. Like, it'd be nice if you could jump. Again, I don't mean to be a dark side Phil here or nothing, but like, I actually feel like I have no idea what's going on. Like, I'm starting to kind of understand it a little bit. Like, it is just... It is just trying to be Kirby's Air Ride. I did not consent to being launched up there, video game. Okay. I can barely move. I legitimately wonder if I would have an easier time picking up Air Ride. Like, I'm actually, like, very curious. Also, I haven't really... The computer characters kind of just seem to be doing the same thing. In, like, the same areas. Okay, don't grab the gray ones. Those are the bads. I'm gonna grab a gray one. Oh, nope. Oh, God. Why? Why, video game? Why? Okay, if I'm gonna try to give this, like, one more shot, we're gonna have to, like, turn off events. This game physically cannot handle itself. And I seem to be, like, stuck on shield somehow. Oh, my thing completely changed into a cloud. Did I kill someone? I heard, like, a no. Did I actually take someone out? No way. Did I actually get somebody? Oh, look, I phased through the bridge. Nice. Okay. I would like to not be up there. It would be really nice if you could jump. That would be really cool. I feel like that would be an interesting mechanic. Okay, here we go. Oh, I sniped him. Ow! Do I just... Oh. I was pressing the wrong button. I seem to have 0 charge all of a sudden. I just seem to have no ability to charge. Which actually might be a blessing in disguise. Because I might be able to... Well, he's just going to hang out in the outside of the ring. Oh, I killed him. Oh! Whoa! Hey, it's me, Sonic!
Oh, I did win?
Do not back them on Kickstarter and do not wishlist them on Steam Green list. They did not pay for that plug. I do not condone their activities. And if they continue to force themselves on our airspace, I will prosecute. Thank you. Okay, so do I not have... Okay, I have a thing. Can I... Okay. Oh, I have multiple ones now. Oh, no. Oh, I thought that was... I thought one of them went in the pool and drowned, and I was like, oh, fuck. Oh, no. Here. Take it. I don't even really think it matters. You can't use this guy in the game so far. I mean, it is just a beta demo. Like, I am being kind of a little bit of a prick. But legitimately, this is a very confusing experience. Oh! Okay, that's pretty cool. I don't know where the red one went, so you can just have all of this. My purple mins. Oh my god, look at that boost. Too bad I can't use it for anything. Where is the red one? Like, where did he go? This is actually like a crisis situation. Can you eat your shell? Oh my god, they actually do shit with their shell. Oh, fuck! I didn't mean to kick him, too. Why is the fucking hitbox for that so wide? Oh, he's up there. Okay. I wish I knew you still existed. I would have shared some thing with you. But, unfortunately... Oh, no. We can't even kill ourselves in this world. Yeah, I mean, that's this game. Honest thoughts, kind of just makes me feel like I should go play Kirby's Air Ride and figure out what that game is about and not play this more. And that's, you know, that's kind of the thing that I have against a lot of these games where it's like, let's make our version of X already famous game that exists. Is every time I play one, I kind of just feel like I'd rather play the original. Because it doesn't seem, it seems like a game that's like, it just seems like games like this are made in really, with really reactionary like mindsets. Like we're reacting to something that already exists. And I don't know if that's like a problem. I mean, you know, this is kind of the thing I run into with a lot of my own personal art with anime and manga stuff is, I feel like there's this unfortunate truth that I'm trying my hardest to escape. That the things that I want to learn how to make are only going to be like copycat imitations until I get in the same creative spaces as the people making the stuff that I like. I mean, not to say my stuff is all imitation stuff. I don't know. I find that anytime I try one of these games like this, I kind of just walk away with the same feelings of, oh, it's not really that as good as what it's trying to be. But again, this is like an unfinished beta, so that's really unfair to say. But in the case of something like this, even when I haven't played the source material, it kind of just makes me want to go play the source material and not this. Like, it kind of makes me want to go, like, how good is the thing that compelled someone to make an entire game that borrows, like, mechanics and, like, gameplay loops from it. But I know that's I'm not really qualified to criticize a game like this. Because I don't make games, and again, I haven't really engaged with the original thing that inspired this a lot. I've played Sonic, like, Adventure 2 Battle on GameCube for a bit. I got it, like, I did not have it as a kid growing up, though, so, I don't have that same nostalgia for it. But, yeah, maybe I'll have to give this game another chance, if it gets like a lot better, but, I don't know how I feel about it now. It's making me look over longingly at the copy of Kirby's Air Ride that's sitting on my shelf right now. And makes me go, why am I not just playing this? But I don't know, maybe there is more to this game. And you know, at the end of the day, not everything has to be for everyone. So even if I don't like it, the game is free, so please give it a shot for yourself. If anyone is watching this at all, which, let's be real, not a lot of people are going to, if more than maybe 5. And even that would be like an act of God. But I just want to go on record and say that, like, you should always check things out for yourself. Just because I didn't necessarily enjoy this that much. I mean, I have a copy of it. Should I play that next? I could play that next. Unfortunately, I can't really. I missed out on the Steam version of that game. I think Sega delisted it. Unfortunately, and I wouldn't know where to get another copy of it. Other than the GameCube one that I have. But yeah, that's enough of this fucking shit. Try it for yourself, but man, I wasn't really enjoying it. We're gonna go ahead and switch over and get the fuck out of here, though. Okay, thank you. That was Star Garden. Star Garden, more like Star Fartin'. What were they thinking with that shitload of fuck? Oh, now we gotta find music. You know what? Fuck this. I'm just gonna play. I'm just gonna play Nick Robinson videos. I givn't a shit anymore.
Saying if you're watching,
because I don't feel like it's still on Steam. What do you mean? Is it? Oh, Sonic. Adventure 2. Let's see. I thought they took it down because they delisted a bunch of Dreamcast stuff. No way. It is still up. Huh. Well, I'll add it to my wish list. I feel like I'd want to just play the GameCube version. I already have the GameCube one. I know there's like some goofy things about it. Uh, but I added it to my wish list, so what is on my Steam wish list? Mass Effect 2007. Why the fuck is Mass Effect still $30? Are you out of your goddamn fucking mind, EA? Return of the Obra Dinn. I remember Frank Howley played that, and I was kind of interested in it. I do have Yakuza 0 on my wish list. Love is on my wish list, even though I'm not like much of a visual novel guy, so it's like a couple of these. A lot of these I think are just like anime games that I was like, oh, I like the art of these games, and I don't actually want to play them. I just want to like Hylix, I guess, is another one that I don't know. Cyberlancer, ooh. That game is coming out literally never. That would be fun. That's like not even really. You know what? That might be fun to stream real quick. It's like a 5-second game. Though it's not really like, oh, I put Wizard Boy on because of the fucking Odie plays. Why did I do that? Why did I do such a thing? Slipstream, that's a game that I should probably pick up on the next sale. Oh, Big Catch coming out never. It's pretty much most interesting things to report. Oh, never mind. I lied. There's this Tanuki game where you ride a BMX bike for some reason and you deliver packages. Tanuki Ponds Summer. That looks very cute. I just got a friend request from someone. I have no idea who that is. No, thank you. I don't know who you are. Go away. Alright. Okay, alright, that's enough fucking around. I'm gonna use the bathroom real quick, and then we're gonna get on our way here. Oh, was that you sending me a friend request? Oops. I didn't even know. I did not know such a thing. I do not interact with Steam community shit like fucking at all. I really don't. Literally none of that is important to me. Like literally again at all. I don't even know what a fucking I don't even know how to raise your Steam level anymore. Shit is so not fucking important. Oh, fuck. We need to play Dust and Elysian Tale. Oh, that's a game we absolutely should play. I forgot about that game. I have it on both Switch and Steam. Alright, well, you can send it again. I didn't even know my name was like... I guess I didn't even see it like pop up on screen. Or nothing. But anyway, oh, I still have all my reference for cow ladies up on. Oh shit. Hang on, just got to do one thing real quick before I forget, unfortunately.
Let's look at the funk. Could you stop playing with that radio of yours? I'm trying to get to sleep.
All right, well, send it again. I didn't block or anything. It did on the loading screen. Oh yeah, that is true. Huh, interesting. Let's see. I had a friend. Alright, hang on. I'll send you one.
Let's look at the funk.
Alright, now I sent you one. There we go. Oh man, you did not have to do that. Thank you. I will take a look at it once I get this cover done. Sorry, I am just checking something real quick. Ooh, okay, sorry about that. Okay. My pen. Alright, so we're working on a cover for the Dojin here. As you can see, I've kind of started one. We have some drawings done from the line art side of things. But obviously there's got to be color, and there's got to be all this, that, and a bag of chips. And I'm going to try to do as much as I can of this tonight. I'll probably get to flats and then call it. Because it is kind of late, and I did just waste a bunch of time checking out some stuff that I wasn't planning on. But we're going to go ahead and... we're going to go ahead and get to work here. Although I am switching to Nick Robinson videos because I feel like I need someone talking to me.
At all, in part because Chubby and the game he starred in were actually designed to be forgotten. Let's set the scene. It's November 2006, and whether Nintendo knows it or not, they're about to have the most important holiday season in the company's 110-year history. Nintendo has just launched the Wii, a platform that will go on to sell over 100 million units and become the company's best-selling home console of all time, and the DS is on track to sell 20 million handhelds this year alone, a runaway success for the company. So, heading into this critical holiday season, Nintendo celebrated by launching a unique online promotion, a playable video game to promote their winter lineup of titles. Its name was Upixo in Action Mission in Snowdrift Land. And this promotion had an incredibly cool twist. Depending on where you grew up, maybe you've heard of advent calendars, those seasonal little calendars given to kids in December meant to count down the days until Christmas, often with some kind of small gift given each and every day. The gifts are usually something small. In my childhood, we got cardboard advent calendars with a small piece of chocolate behind each door, but I've seen versions with jelly beans, miniature Lego kits, and even small hand-wrapped presents. And it was this exact Yuletide tradition that served as the inspiration for Mission in Snowdrift Land. The game was structured exactly like an advent calendar. Beginning with the game's launch on December 1st, a new door would open up every single day on missioninsnowdriftland.com, and behind each door would be a brand new level to play.
God damn it. Oh, man.
This game was legitimately something special.
Man, ever since my surgery, I can't stop hacking up phlegm. I don't know what it is. I might have to go see the doctor again because it's way past the point that it should be.
There was a remarkable amount of variety in this game too. Every level
this should be happening.
Some new mechanic, idea, or enemy for you to deal with, so things never got boring. Now, as cool as this concept is on paper, none of this would have mattered if the game wasn't fun to play. And if you, like me, played Flash games back in the 2000s, you probably developed a pretty healthy and justified suspicion towards Flash-based platforming games. Out of every genre attempted in Flash over the years, platformers for whatever reason seem to be the trickiest to get right. Perhaps it was just the shortcomings of this web animation technology, but platformers built in Flash almost always felt wrong. More often than not, they were these unpolished and clunky games, just a pale imitation of their console counterparts. And That's the thing that made Mission in Snowdrift Land stand out to me as a kid. It was shockingly polished. The controls felt excellent. They perfectly split the balance between too slippery and too stiff with just the right amount of floatiness. The game gave you a remarkable amount of influence over things like your jump height and your mid-air control, both of which were hugely helpful, by the way, in the icy world of Snowdrift Land. Whoever created this game had nailed the essential thing about platformers. It was easy to pick up and play, but with plenty of space to learn and get good at the game, so eventually, a skilled enough player could bounce off multiple enemies in a row and make it look easy. Believe it or not, Mission in Snowdrift Land actually had some decent replay value too. Each level had 24 hidden snowflakes to collect, and there was a helpful indicator on the calendar map to tell you which days you had already accomplished that on. And you know what? Even from a marketing perspective, I think Mission in Snowdrift Land was kind of brilliant. Every stage in the game was tied to a specific Nintendo game available that holiday season, ranging from Twilight Princess to Trauma Center to WarioWare Smooth Moves. And by successfully clearing a game's designated stage, you were rewarded by unlocking all sorts of goodies like wallpapers, packs of desktop icons, even pre-smartphone ringtones for your cell phone.
But I gotta say, I don't know what has been such a problem for me to finish this this cover. I don't know why. I felt like I kind of, even though I had trouble with the actual Dojin part of things, I feel like I kind of got into a bit of a rhythm of it at one point.
Was a video I posted on Christmas Eve 14 years ago.
But I don't know why now that I'm doing color stuff.
Of Mission in Snowdrift Land. It's crazy to think that I've been on YouTube for that long, but here we are. What I'm trying to say is that I really, really loved this game. There was just something nice about having a new level, a new little platforming challenge to look forward to playing after school every day. It was this great idea, and tying it into unlocking neat downloadable goodies from some of my favorite Nintendo titles made the whole thing even better to the teenage Nintendo fanboy I was at the time. But perhaps most of all, the thing that made Mission in Snowdrift Land feel so urgent to me as a kid was the knowledge that in just a few short weeks, it would vanish. The main menu of Mission in Snowdrift Land spelled it out clearly. Quote, Mission in Snowdrift Land will be available online until January 14th. A friendly way of warning players that soon, just a month after launch, the game would disappear forever. I played as much of this game as possible before it disappeared, and sure enough, when I checked back in mid-January, the game had vanished, replaced with a short message. Many thanks for playing, we're looking forward to seeing you again. And just like that, Mission in Snowdrift Land was gone. Available for only 47 days before disappearing entirely. 47 days, that's it. It really kind of makes Mario 3D All-Stars look downright attainable by comparison, doesn't it? At any rate, as of January 2007, the game had disappeared, and those of us who loved it assumed that we'd never see it again. And that assumption was correct. For a while. See, in December 2010, 4 Christmases later, the game returned for one final December, this time celebrating a bunch of the indie games available on WiiWare. And fans of Mission in Snowdrift Land, myself included, were overjoyed to see the game return. Heck, some of us were even excited.
I always do this to myself,
and as great as it was to play the game again, before long, it was January, and just as quickly as it had reappeared,
I end up doing a rough drawing,
once again
but I don't like lock it in, so I feel like when I go to do like my pen line art, I kind of end up changing a lot of it again and just like adding more work. Although I got most of this done.
2020. The last time Nintendo surfaced Mission in Snowdrift Land was 10 years ago, and for the past decade, the game has been completely absent. Looking at the Lost Media wiki page for the game, it reads like a Wikipedia article for a deceased celebrity, describing the game in the past tense with words like was. The game's page on the Lost Media Archive wiki tells a similar story. Quote, the original game's 2006 Nintendo levels are now gone forever. It also seems like the 2010 revival is gone as well. Even the game's original website, missioninSnowdriftland.com, is now totally blank, with no signs the game ever existed beyond a small favicon of Chubby Snow's face. As far as we knew, nobody had played the game in nearly a decade, and so, on the Lost Media Wiki, it was marked in bold red letters as Lost. A conclusive and disheartening monument to a game it seemed no one would play again. Over the past 14 years, I've gone back every once in a while to watch the crummy, low-resolution video I uploaded back in 2006 to try and remember things about Mission in Snowdriftland, what the music sounded like, what the later stages were like, how it felt to play the game, but truthfully, the memory had begun to fade. But then, after 8 long, cold years of nothingness, there was a glimmer of hope. In December 2018, just 3 days before Christmas, a member of spritersresource.com going by the name P-P quietly uploaded full sprite sheets of every single art asset in Mission in Snowdriftland. The enemies, the level tile sets, even Chubby Snow himself. This anonymous person seemingly had access to every single bit of pixel art in the game, despite no one having seen head nor tail of Mission in Snowdriftland since 2010. In the comments section, somebody asked, "Where did you rip all these sprites from? This game hasn't been online in several years, but the recentness of this rip is getting my hopes up." A few hours later, P-P responded, "It's actually still available from the developer's own website right here. All the stages seem to be unlocked year-round, too." Wait, seriously? It's just been there all along? Now, to be honest, FreeZair's reaction, "Wait, seriously?" that perfectly mirrored my own reaction. How on earth could this be true? This was a game that, back in 2006, countless people had tried and failed to download for offline play. This was a game that had its 1-month lifespan seemingly hard-coded into its design. A game that people like myself and FreeZair had spent the better part of the past decade scouring the internet for. And it was right there, available for everyone on the developer's website this entire time? Could it really be so simple? The answer, of course, was no. It was not nearly that simple. But we'll get to that later. After reading this comment, I froze. I moused over the link, crossing my fingers that this treasured game from my childhood would somehow be waiting for me on the other side, and I clicked. Years after this game had first disappeared from my life, I had finally found it again.
Oh, man.
Better still, it was exactly as fun as I remembered. And you might expect the story to end there. After all, the game had been recovered, right? That's what I thought too. But unbeknownst to me, there was
lost
something
sight
bigger
of this
lurking on the horizon.
rib cage. I mean, this
See,
is
what I
supposed to
didn't
be
yet
like
know
a
was that Mission in Snowdriftland was on the brink of vanishing all over again.
this
And
is
this
supposed to be
time,
like an
It wouldn't
SD
be coming back.
chibi kind of drawing. But also, why the fuck did I do this on the sketch layer I was using?
Mission in Snowdriftland is really special to me. So early on in this project, I knew that I had to at least try and speak to the people who created this game. So back in April, I began trying to track down the guy responsible for the project, and
Unfortunately,
after
like a
dead
lot of my
ends,
drawings, I
finally
think
found
this
the
is just
person I
going
was
to turn
looking
into a
for,
feel-it-out
German game
situation.
designer by the name of Steve Veltz. I reached out to Steve via an old email address I'd uncovered, hoping we could chat about the game, but unfortunately, I never heard back. 1 week later, I even tried one more time to follow up with him, and I told myself that if this didn't work, that was it. Either this email address had long been abandoned, or Steve just wasn't interested in discussing some old Flash game he worked on 14 years ago. So imagine my surprise when, less than 1 hour after that second email, I got a reply. Quote, "Sorry for my late reply. I'm just pretty busy at the moment, unfortunately not with game dev, but we could probably speak at the weekend sometime. The subject mission in Snowdriftland is not so easy since the team is not working together, and I don't know what I can tell you without asking the other guys. However, I'll try to explain it then." Intrigued, I scheduled a time to chat with Steve, and before long, I found myself face to face with the guy responsible for a pretty big chunk of my childhood, finally able to ask him the questions I'd held for over a decade.
The good news is a lot of this is going to get covered. So I think we are in a good way, at least with that.
Can you hear me now?
Yep, sounds great.
Ah, cool. Hi.
How did Mission in Snowdriftland end up happening? Like, how did it come together?
That's a really good question because it was kind of a miracle. We used to work with Nintendo together already as an online agency. So we did the websites for games. And I was building in my kind of free time a jump run engine, a platform engine in Flash. And I used Mario sprite from Super Mario World. You said it was so precise, the engine and everything, and this was because I really tried to make it like a Mario game. Really, the focus was in the gameplay, and yeah, so we really tried to make it good. Because many platforms and internet made by Flash are not so nice, really slow jumping, and we really hate it because we are gamer and we know what's important. So yeah, so we really wanted to make it great. We got the idea to make an advent calendar, and we offered this.
All right,
to
let me get a
Nintendo.
picture of her shoes.
And we said, like, yeah, for each day we have one small level.
I just kind of realized I have some
this was
stuff
a
on
nice
screen
idea, and the project manager was really
that might
keen
not
about it, but it's
necessarily be
still a
kosher.
miracle because,
I was looking
nowadays
through some of my
it would
old
be
art.
impossible, because
In fact,
everything needs
I'm
to be
gonna
approved by
do
hand.
myself a favor
At the
and
time, the project manager, it
spare
was from,
myself the
Nintendo of Germany,
future embarrassment.
and she was so, let's do this. Okay, cool. And then we asked the other countries, and a few of them said, yeah.
All right, there we go.
And so that was the start of the project.
One of the craziest things Steve revealed to me was that the game wasn't actually built far in advance like you might have assumed. Steve was actually creating the game's levels in real time over the course of December 2006.
It wasn't like we finished the game and then Christmas time started. It was like we made up like, I don't know, 3-4 levels before the calendar starts. And then we had to create one level for the next day.
Oh my god. Essentially, Steve and his team were building a plane while they were flying it, creating each level on the fly, sometimes just hours before they were set to go live. This process, it turns out, was exactly as grueling as it sounds.
I did the level design and the programming. So, and even for, we have like 4 worlds there, and you get the new feature like the tilting platform and stuff. And I had to integrate them into the engine and to do the bug fixing in like one day. And so
Oh my gosh.
it was super intense, and we worked in the office like until 3-4 o'clock in the night, of course. And it was really fun, but it was exhausting.
But how's
Like,
everyone
all
else
the
doing
bots,
tonight?
we did, the graphic, the animation and stuff. Yeah, and then we had it's my daughter.
I hope everyone's having a good weekend.
Hi.
Hello, this is Yumi.
Hello. Yumi?
Yeah, she's half Japanese.
Ah, nice to meet you.
She's the reason why I was late.
It's totally fine. It's a good reason. Oh my god, she's so cute. The advent calendar with a new level every day concept is so cool to me.
Should probably pull up some
And
actual
I definitely
chibi
felt like it was a challenging thing to execute.
references.
where did that idea come from specifically?
I don't remember.
Yeah, you know, the last few times I've went live, the chat has been pretty slow.
You know, it's kind of obvious. Then you have to do those.
So I've kind of been a little less motivated to do it.
I don't remember exact how the idea came, but it was kind of obvious.
The team at Extra Toxic was and still is to this day small.
It's just been
Steve
another
did all
thing
the
that's
level
kind
design
of
and
kept me
coding.
from
His friend Boaz Shariadin did all the artwork and animation.
trying.
Their colleague Kristana Fritz
But,
handled
like,
project management, and last but definitely not least,
honestly,
there's a
like,
musician named Fabian Del Priore.
as a small creator on the internet, I think this current point in time is literally just the worst point in time to be like making stuff. There's just no one in the corner of like smaller creators. And there's just a lot of shit stacked against people who want to try streaming. And that's that's partially just because like so many fucking people do it. Too, like is the other thing.
Aspects of the game for me. Not only did all 4 of the game's worlds have its own score, but within those worlds there were roughly 4 unique variations of each world's theme, so you never heard the same song 2 days in a row. Now, according to Steve, the rigorous process of building and releasing a new level for Mission in Snowdriftland every single day actually had some unexpected benefits.
We started to integrate feedback.
Although I don't know if that's what you meant by slow night.
And then we got a lot of good feedback. Each minute, new email came in. People saying that it's so.
I didn't mean to like make that about me if that's not what you meant.
This was pushing us to do this, and this was kind of reward for us.
One thing I knew I had to ask Steve about was this link to the game that had been uncovered in 2018. I noticed that in 2018, like, people found a working link of the game that still worked on the Extra Toxic site.
Really?
And I'm curious if you know anything about, like, did you know that it was still up there, that it was still available?
Yeah, though the thing is, we have it in our portfolio for our agency things, and it's still there, but actually it's password protected, as far as I know. So I'm a bit wondering why it's accessible for public.
Yeah. No, I
People can enjoy it.
I definitely you know, it's really funny. I was reading something I was doom scrolling Twitter a couple nights ago, and I was reading that some big name streamer, I think it might have been Ludwig, but don't quote me on that because I don't know fucking anything about like streamer culture. He tried to start an account from like 0 followers to kind of, I don't know for what reason, but he did. And he had to, I think that, and I remember he was talking about how he just had to fucking give up at a certain point because he did not get any, like, he couldn't stream without his chat. And that's something I've kind of noticed myself as well, is a lot of popular streamers kind of don't really, I don't really know, like, just, I guess I should just say from my own personal experience that, I will say it's much easier to stream when you have people to bounce off of and talk with. I think a lot of big people who are like established sort of take that for granted.
Well, it's so much fun to talk to you. It's so cool to meet the person behind the game that like meant this.
But also,
even as a 16-year-old, I knew I was like, something is special about this.
I don't know.
Like,
I just do it for fun mostly. It made it a way for me to sort of make having fun like feel like a productivity thing, which that's not really a great that's not a great outlook to have about like relaxing and having fun. But like it kind of just enabled it to for me it was like I'm able to do this now because I did this for myself.
What I already knew, that this game was worth finding a way to save somehow. And it turns out we only had a limited amount of time to accomplish this. See,
yeah, I definitely think streaming to 0 audience people is it definitely doesn't make you want to do it.
Google Chrome, Opera, Microsoft Edge, Firefox, and every single major web browser for security reasons. Now, if you've looked into this news at all, chances are you've heard about a fantastic
I will say
called Blue Maxima's Flashpoint.
there's a person that I used to hang out with that I don't know if he well, I you know what, I'd say he regularly streams, and he gets like a pretty consistent audience and has monetization and shit like that, and it's like, you know, it's not hard to be a little jealous of at least the attention. The money thing is whatever. I mean, it would be nice. I'm not gonna sit here and pretend like it wouldn't be nice to make money from like doing stuff on the internet, but that's, at the end of the day, that's not why I do things on the internet. But
see, while playing Mission in Soldierland recently, I noticed something.
I'm not gonna pretend like I don't want people to see the things I make, though, either. Like, I'd love to find an audience of people that appreciate the stuff that I do. And it feels like some people do appreciate at least the candy cabinet video. But I actually visited a person for that sort of stuff today. That I've been visiting lately. I went to go see him today about some stuff, and I kind of talked about some. I mean, he knows about some of the stuff that's sort of been, you know, bothering me about like arcade stuff, and I kind of confided in him a little bit that it was like, you know, this stuff kind of feels like a dark cloud hanging over my enjoyment of this stuff. So I feel like me getting popular for arcade stuff, on, not even popular, but like that the video gets attention still, it's kind of like, I don't have good feelings about the video because I was in a much more positive place with it back then, and I am not in that place now. So I asked Steve. I don't know. I'm kind of just rambling. It's late. I waited way too long to go live today. I kind of have this thing where like I wake up and I do a bunch of shit that I need to get done, and then I eat. And then after I eat, I get really, really tired because I only eat like once or twice a day. I'm, you know, one of those people. I don't like to snack on things. I don't really like eating that way. But the problem is like I think I just eat too much at once, and it just makes me very tired. I get like the food coma thing. So and then, you know, top that off with my general anxiety about like art and stuff like that. Like, in case you couldn't tell, it was a little difficult for me to go live today, even though I have to have this done. I'm at the point where it's like, this has got to get taken care of, despite my my art block. And again, I don't mean to make art sound like a chore, but it's emotionally taxing on me.
It turns out Steve and his team had designed Mission in Snowdriftland to download individual stages in order to prevent the game from being pirated on other sites, essentially building a primitive version of always online DRM into this ancient Flash game. This was a tricky problem to solve, and what proved trickier was the fact that there was no straightforward way for Steve to remove the server checks from the current version. After our interview,
I realize playing streamer therapy is not exactly a fun thing for an audience.
Hey Nick, as longer I think about the idea to preserve the original game, the more difficult it seems. The main issue is the legal part with the Nintendo material. We can't just publish the game like it was. Of course, we could modify the contents with placeholder or so, but that would not be the same. And although Steve's concerns were totally understandable, there is
I'm just not feeling this boob. It's just something about it is just too.
It was still a bummer to think that this game might just up and disappear someday. Miraculously, though, the story doesn't end there. A few weeks after our interview, I got an email from Steve telling me that our conversation had given him an idea, and that he had some big news to share with me. Curious what he could be talking about, I hopped onto another video chat with Steve for one last conversation. And this time he was joining me live from the Extra Toxic offices alongside Mission in Snowdriftland artist Boaj Saridin. Steve, when you and I last spoke, we kind of raised the possibility of how Mission in Snowdriftland
Yeah, I think that looks
could
better.
be preserved for
Although
the future, and how the game could, like the possibility of maybe making a standalone version. But in the past few months,
actually
it
like
sounds
the
like
idea
your
of this
plans
one
have
being.
evolved into something pretty exciting. So, where are we at currently with the state of Mission in Snowdriftland's future?
Well, so to preserve the web side of the game it's a bit difficult
Can I?
due to legal issues with Nintendo and also technical issues.
Why won't it let me?
So the idea came up.
There we go.
to
It's
make a
shift.
proper port with a proper game engine and to bring it to Steam or so to have a really nice game experience, like full screen, 60 frames per second. Yeah, we were really curious how it feels to play chubby full screen. So we started to. It will take some time, but we are targeting next year winter, and we think yeah that it might be possible.
Yes, you heard that right. Steve and Boaj have decided to create a full high-definition 60 FPS remaster of the original Mission in Snowdriftland with the goal to release it on Steam in winter 2021. And it's being announced right now in this video you're watching. This is very real. In fact, just last month, I got an email from Steve titled Mission in Snowdriftland Playable Alpha with a link to an early version of the game's first level in the new engine they've built. Starting webcam.
I'm just using the G pen to do this. I really hate the pens that I use to do stuff.
I'm about to open this new remastered version of
I think I
one of my
need to
favorite
just-
childhood games that the developers have sent me. I have not played this yet.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna hop into it and see how it matches up with my memory, I guess. Oh my god.
A little bit of a.
Yep.
There we go.
Instantly taking damage. Yep. I mean, it all feels how I remember it. This is such a. The fact that this exists is so insane to me. This first level in particular.
Man, that's a lot of time I spent on the same area. Well, it's like I do gotta go to bed. Let's at least get the line art done. I have to apologize. I really dragged ass tonight.
Oh my god. It's got, you know what? It's
My
I think all good remastered
anxiety has been pretty bad,
I know
despite not having a bad day today.
but this is how I remember it looking, which is all I really wanted. Alright, finishing the level here. I want to get these snowflakes, hold on. Let's do it. The little dance, dude. Still does the dance animation. Jeez. I'm a little bit speechless. Ah, that's so cool. people will probably be curious about this.
Probably should have
Because
just started with
the
art.
original
I'm gonna be
iterations
real.
game is associated with Nintendo.
I did want to. I did kind of want to give that game a try. I did follow them on Twitter, and I was kind of slightly interested with what they were doing. But demo definitely did not leave a great impression on me. That's for sure.
When you were a kid, it was maybe for you like a product of Nintendo or many others things. So, but it was actually marketed or made by us.
Currently, you're thinking of a PC release. Is there any possibility of it being? Is it coming to other platforms like the Switch?
We would love to see it on Switch, but it's a long way. We are open for it, I think. It would be nice. It fits to the console, but we can't promise anything right now.
Truthfully, my head is still spinning from this experience. Ever since I was a kid, this game has been flickering in and out of existence. Unexpectedly popping into my life in 2006, then vanishing for 4 years, then briefly reappearing in 2010 before disappearing for another decade. One of my favorite games from childhood has spent the majority of the past 14 years completely inaccessible to the general public. And now, it's coming back. A moment I keep coming back to is that Skype conversation with Steve and Boaj at their office. You mentioned that you actually might have somewhere the level designs all printed out, like, oh, there goes... there.
On the back side.
Oh yeah? Is that where Boaj went? Whoa!
There are 3 levels hanging on our walls.
That's awesome. Wow. Well, it's been so great talking to both of you. Thank you for taking the time.
Yeah, and thanks to you because you're the reason why I actually got the idea to make the port to bring Chubby back alive. Yeah. So yeah, that's really nice to speak to you and to get the motivation to recreate it.
It's clear that this game holds some really cherished memories for these guys. Of a time early on in their careers when they stumbled upon an opportunity to make a game that would be played and loved.
I wish I had more like stories or like projects, like pro projects that I worked on early in my own personal career, like that left a mark on people. I will say that's one thing that I really dislike about my current job, is that it is insanely thankless as a career. It's very much just I'm enriching people who are already rich and not really getting appropriately paid in return. But there's nice little side grade things that I get. I don't mean to sound like such a fucking complainer. I apologize.
And I'm sure countless other people just makes me incredibly happy. To think that firing off that random casual email to Steve way back in May could somehow produce a snowball effect.
I don't really I don't know if I have like a ton to say.
Favorite childhood games still hardly makes any sense to me.
Also, YouTube is fucking lying to me. There's not 3 people in this chat room.
Snowman will finally be breaking free of the shackles of his advent calendar time prison. And considering he served a 168-month sentence, I think I speak for all of us when I say, welcome back, Chubby. Merry Christmas, everyone. Oh, by the way, the Steam page for Mission in Snowdrift Land will be going up within just a couple days, so click right up here if you'd like to be taken right to that page.
Oh god, we were watching a video on Mission, so I forgot. I actually bought and beat this game on Steam. Like, I think that might have been like that had to have been in 2023, I think. That was right. I was playing Fuga at the same time, and I was like cycling between the two of them. I remember like the special bonus level that they made that had like a bunch of challenge stuff in it. For some reason it was like busted and you couldn't crouch. So I sent the developer something on Steam And he said he fixed it, and he's like, "Did you try it?" And I went ahead and beat the level without crouching, and I was like, "Oh, but thank you for responding." And I don't remember what he said, but you could probably find my comment if you look up Mission in Snowdriftland.
I'm not really a huge racing game guy in general, so I hope it means something when I tell you that one of my 5 favorite video games of all time is a game called Driver San Francisco. Released by Ubisoft back in 2011 and part of the long-running Driver franchise, Driver San Francisco is the type of game that you could easily walk past at a store, take one glance at the cover, and think is just another racing title. And that kind of reaction would be understandable, but it would also be wrong, because this game is one of the weirdest video games anybody has ever made, which I suspect is one of the main reasons I've been so obsessed with this game since it initially released. First, the premise. Driver San Francisco begins as sort of this normal racing action game where you're a cop named John Tanner, the same cop as in all the other Driver games, and it's the very first mission where things immediately begin to go off the rails. The end of that mission sees Tanner, your protagonist, getting in a disastrous car accident that leaves him suspended in a deep coma. Now, I feel like this is the point where any other video game story would time skip forward a few months or years to the protagonist waking up from the coma and sort of scrambling to put together the pieces of what went down, but that's not what Driver San Francisco does. Instead, Tanner and you, as the player, spend the entire rest of the game inside of that coma. Also, he doesn't know he's in a coma, but you do. Also, the entire game takes place inside of his head within that coma, and also, and this is the best part, in the coma world where the game is taking place, Tanner has this sort of superpower to leave his body and instantly take over the body of anybody else driving a car anywhere in San Francisco. I know that's a lot, but bear with me. This ability is called Shift, and it sits at the core of what makes Driver San Francisco such a special game. By tapping the A button, you immediately snap into this overhead view of the city, and by tapping that button again, you pop right into any vehicle you can see. So instantly, in the blink of an eye with no load times, you're in control of that vehicle. It all feels ridiculously snappy, which is great because if you're playing this game properly, you will end up using this feature a ton. Now, the shift mechanic has some really wild gameplay and story ramifications, but I think the craziest thing about it is that it just completely flawlessly works. The game is also extremely generous about letting you use this power too. Aside from enemies like opponents in a street race or cops during a car chase, you can jump into literally any car at any time, and your use of the power is unlimited, so there's really no meter or anything else governing your ability to use it. If you're having trouble wrapping your head around this concept, the best thing I've come up with to describe it, and I hate myself for saying this, but the best way to describe it is Super Cario Odyssey. That's basically what this game is. This is Super Cario Odyssey. Now, the developer Reflections, now known as Ubisoft Reflections, gave you a ton of freedom in this game, and it opens up a lot of really interesting gameplay possibilities. So, for instance, let's say you're in the middle of a police chase and you're on the run from the cops. In Driver San Francisco, you can shift into a civilian car that's...
Man, I can't even fucking remember the last Ubisoft game I played. I'm honestly shocked that they're even still around. It just feels like they've had failure after failure after failure. Like, and then they did the whole Assassin's Creed but black man in Japan thing that, like, I don't know what the fuck is going on in the water over there. I'm not, like, the biggest fan that they got bailed out by, like, Tencent or whatever.
So I quickly hop out of my body and use the shift mechanic to zoom over to a nearby highway that intersects with a racetrack, looking for some sort of vehicle to help me out.
But yeah, I have zero love or loyalty to Ubisoft. I'm honestly kind of shocked that people still buy their games. Because it doesn't seem like... they're like the definition of, like, AAA slop to me. And I add slop, blah, blah, you know, reductive word. But, like, I feel like they're one of the first companies I think of when I think of just generic, uninspired, big-budget video game, along with stuff like EA and Activision and Rock. Honestly, I'm not a Rockstar fan either. I've never really cared for GTA. It just does not appeal to me as like a game. I've tried it. I have 5. I will say about 5 though. I got it to play online. I think with it was one of those games I bought to play with friends, and of course, they didn't end up playing for very long, so I ended up fucking eating shit. Man, I can't tell you how many times that's happened. I've bought a game to play with friends, and you eat shit on it because then your group of friends decides that it's time to move on to the next game. That's where the whole friend slop thing comes from. It's like games that your Discord friends that I don't have. At least the group, at least the lad cord that we have is pretty solid. We don't really play a ton of games together though.
Remember online passes? They were like those one-time use codes that publishers implemented to try to discourage used games back. They were a big thing back in like 2010. Anyways, long story short, I spent a whole afternoon just poring over various.
But that's where the whole friend slop thing comes from. Is like groups of Discord people picking up games and playing them for like a weekend and then dropping them. But Battle Block Theater is another one that I remember that I bought to play with a group of people, and they played it like maybe a couple times. EDF is Earth Defense Force, right? I'm not misremembering that. I didn't know that had an. I guess I did. That would make sense that it does.
Which is one of the few places that still had driver SF Uplay codes available for sale. I would happily pay that.
I guess that's not true. I played Atlas with one of my friends. Oh yeah, we played Atlas together too. That's right. But I would not consider Atlas a Discord game because Atlas is at least entertaining on its own. It's not a game that you know, some people might say you'd have to. Some people might say you'd have to enjoy it mostly with a group of people, but I disagree with that. I think there's enough content in Atlas that you... Engaging single-player content is what I should call it. Honestly, it just kind of feels like a single-player game that you can have people play with you. Oh no, Calico, say it ain't so. Say it ain't so. Oh no. Oh no.
Feeling really desperate for some sort of resolution, I knew what I had to do.
Damn it, I don't have JonTron going, oh no. I wish I did.
Can I ask you kind of a weird question?
Why the fuck is the Steam Deck only coming out of left channel for me all of a sudden?
It's a fucking stone, Luigi. You didn't make shit.
That is not good. I need to fix that, but, you know what, fair. Wait a minute, now everything's only coming out of left channel. What the fuck just happened?
That's a very specific amount of money. I know, I was like, oh. I'm buying a video game with it.
She spilled my coffee.
Alright, that was really weird for a second, but like, my headphones, one of my headphones just stopped properly functioning. To be honest, I don't know what Atlas Dev wants anymore. I was very bummed by the newest update. I think big, open, empty, boring area was a huge, like, the game already felt fine from, like, a general level design standpoint. I don't know what the intention was to go and just kind of, like, make everything bigger and more empty and boring feeling. And then, you know, a lot of people were complaining about some of, like, the gameplay balance changes and shit like that. I definitely noticed a little bit of it with my class, but I play the fighter class, the red class, on my main. So I know it was Mystic that really got hit hard in a negative way. And a lot of people were really unhappy about that.
But if I'm less than 100% convinced, I'm checking you in.
Coming back to Driver San Francisco after an 8-year break.
But yeah, I was a little bummed by Atlas' latest update, especially since as someone who really played the shit out of the first alpha, like, paid version of it. I played the shit out of that game. I was into Atlas, and I even played it off stream a lot. Like, it was one of those podcast games where it just feels fun to boot up and dick around in, and just kind of mindlessly, like, kind of zone out and play. Personally, I think they should have worked on areas. I really think that's where this latest thing falls flat. And then on, you know, on top of that, the level cap is 40, and you can reach the level cap in this game, or in the current version of the game. Sorry, I'm misspeaking. So, you know, it's like... And then there was the body nerf. I didn't really care for that. I was a little bummed about that, even though, like, you know, whatever, they did it for dev reasons so that they could, like, make the game without having problems. But that's also kind of part of the charm of the game, is that it was willing to be horny a little bit, or allow it to be horny. I know that's a turnoff for most people, and for people making projects, I get it. Like, there's a reason I didn't lead with, like, a hentai dojin or something for a dojin. Like, I fundamentally understand the not wanting to just be horny on main. I get it. Especially now, where, like, you need to kind of... Unfortunately, the modern internet, you need to kind of play the game of the platforms in order to find an audience. They should just do the PoE thing where the level is capped high in the EXP. By PoE, are you talking about Prison of Elders, like in Destiny? Or are you talking about something else? Because that's what I know PoE as. Fucking Prison of Elders. God damn. Path of Exile. Okay, I've never played Path of Exile.
When this driver thing came through, because yeah, it came through from the agent. She said to me, "We're putting together this team. It's last minute."
Yeah, it's really hard for me because, like, I'm not super in touch with a lot of the MMO inspirations of the game. I just know that the game felt really fun to kind of control and zip around in and play.
By the way, you're in a coma and you can take over any car that you can see at any time. I love that. What a fun little job it was.
That should not be.
A couple of scripts from the game's writing process, and they gave me a remarkable insight into how a game like this is actually written.
I think we pitched some, like, short, overviews of who the characters were, like maybe one sentence each at the start of the project, maybe like 24 hours in advance, and like we totally came up with that stuff ourselves. They just said we need as many characters as you can do.
There's a lot of stuff that can happen when you're driving the car in this game. You could collide with another car, you could collide with a cop car and get in a chase, and they had to account for every single one of these options for every
But
single
yeah, Atlas was definitely disappointing. I was really bummed because this was also right before I showed. This was like right after I showed a friend the game, and recently he wanted to he wanted to play it again. I was like, hey man, we should, because I just check in with him every now and then. Power over Ethernet. Yeah. Do the whole Korean MMO thing where it takes multiple months to get one level. I haven't played a lot of any Korean MMOs. Thing Korea does not exactly excite me. Just buggier planet side. PSO2. Fuck, I don't remember it. It's like Phantasy Star Online 2. Fucking Planet Side is something else.
The in-game investigation board is actually an X-ray viewer, but the further you get in the game, the more intense they get. One of my favorite examples of this is incorporated into the shift ability itself. So as you progress in Driver San Francisco, you earn. Okay,
I need to do a foot. And it's time to go to bed. I think I need to make sure this drawing is good. Fuck. You know what? I want to open up I want to open up the actual drawing. Let's see. Clip. Here we go. Perfect. Open. Oh God. Please don't. I just realized. Oh, thank God. Okay, I need to save.
Monitor and see the faint overlay of an EKG on the screen, which is of course alluding to the hospital room that Tanner is actually lying down in as this entire game takes place. It's as though the further you pull back the shift feature, the closer Tanner gets to the edges of this reality. The closer he gets to the
planet-sized
room where he actually spends.
This is true.
And then in later missions of the game, things get extremely crazy. The imagined reality that Tanner inhabits begins sort of deteriorating. So at first in subtle ways,
I just don't know if an MMO is right for me. I personally am just kind of. I'm kind of at the point in my life where I've made the decision that I think video games I like a lot, but I'd much rather I'd much rather work on skills. I think I feel like I get more enjoyment out of making things these days than consuming them. And I feel like a part of that is because of the fact that the media landscape is really bad right now.
Following this ambulance, these trails, it's like a rush of blood. Now, even just from a gameplay perspective, this mission is unique and extremely memorable. It turns out that driving through the streets of an open world city with every other vehicle on the road frozen perfectly in place is not
I think we're really suffering on a lot of fronts. Socially, culturally, economically. I personally think things have really degraded a lot on just like the general human experience. And I think I've kind of just, as fart sniffery as that sounds, I've wanted to at least try to make the world a better place by contributing to it in some small way. But I'd personally for me, at least in terms of entertainment, like looking for entertainment, I feel like I'm way more inclined to go backwards now rather than forwards. Like even indie games that everyone likes to say that the indie game scene is like killing it with stuff like, oh, Expedition 33 1/3 or whatever, is and then there's like a couple other ones you see, like the big, like video game react to, like Legendary Drops is a YouTuber guy that I seem to keep bumping into on just my general YouTube thinks I want to see his stuff. Not that he's a bad guy or anything. But there's a couple he brings up, but like I even think like indie games just kind of are bland and boring. Like I don't give a shit about Silk Song or Schedule 1. I just pulled up Steam. I don't know. I'm just kind of tired of video games. I would say modern video games mostly though. Because I think all indie or not indie, they all kind of come from the same. They all kind of come from the same sort of headspace and culture. And I just think I just don't agree with modern culture. That's the plan. That's why I've tried to. I want to. Calico, I to your point, I just want to make more art. I want to make. I want to get to the point where I can make the things and just have them be out and available. I don't want to just make. I don't want to just like complain about things not being good and not do anything about it. I realize for most people though that's all they really can do. I haven't seen this. I gotta be real. I've never really gotten into South Park. I just not something I've watched a lot of.
By the way, because it means that the game was barely 5 years old when they yanked it from sale. And to put that into context a little bit, Driver San Francisco was a game that took over 5 years to make.
Those staff spent 5 years designing and bringing to life every aspect of the game.
And for whatever reason, the development process wound up being longer than the window of time that the game was actually available to purchase. Personally, I'm just thrilled with the idea that if you don't play a game within 5 years of its release, you've missed your chance and it's gone forever. Like, imagine trying to extend that logic to movies or television. Imagine what if 5 years after being released...
Once you hit a certain thing, I'm assuming that means age, everything is just shit and you can't help it. I don't know about that. I don't know about that. I think there's room for things to still be exciting and new. There are some things I really enjoyed. Like I really enjoyed Atlas in the first part of it. Like that's kind of why I feel like I'm the most upset by it, because I really enjoyed it. I really enjoyed Pseudo Regalia. I really enjoyed the Big Catch. I'm very excited to hopefully get more of those in the future, maybe. Like the Big Catch was a lot of fun. I didn't finish it. I kind of want to go back, but I know there's only like a fraction of it left to do. I guess at the end of the day there's definitely room for media made for like very specific people. In fact, I don't want to say we might be getting more of that in the future, but I definitely think that I feel like Big Catch is trying to be more like a PlayStation 2 game, but yes. I do agree with that. I think that does play a part of it. I don't know. I think there's I want to believe that there's still room for me to find things that speak to you personally.
Contemporary digital games have far shorter average lifespans than the mainstream games of the 80s and 90s.
Well, yeah, that's exactly, I guess, what I'm trying to say here, Calico, is I want to, I've been under the thing of, I want to just, like, fix the problem by solving it myself, because I don't think anyone else is going to.
Doing the due diligence necessary to put this cult classic back on sale. Games getting unlisted and later relisted is actually something that's happened before, and there's even a really good precedent for this. One of the precedents I would point to is Alan Wake. That's a game by a developer I really love, Remedy, that was delisted from digital storefronts back in 2017 and then relisted a year later in October 2018. How is this possible? Well, according to Remedy, their publisher, Microsoft, renegotiated the rights to the game's licensed music, enabling them to put the game back on sale.
Alright, let's fucking finish this shit.
This is possible. This can happen. So, to demonstrate our support for this, here's my idea. I've put together a change.org petition to show
Oh, Nick.
there is a big audience of people who care about this
Silly
game.
Nick Robinson. Petitions don't do anything.
If you watching this video want to play Driver San Francisco someday, or if you just want to support interesting games like this one being preserved for the future, please take a couple seconds and sign this petition. There's no guarantee it'll do anything, but the more people sign
And it didn't.
the better our chances become. And
Sorry,
for those
Nick.
who think petitions never change anything, the last time we endorsed a petition on this channel, we got Reggie a brand new Herman Miller Aeron chair. So,
Oh, yeah, I'm sure that was very
on the
important.
other hand, maybe it's fitting and even a little poetic that this weird, surreal game that felt like it never should have existed now barely does. The entire duration of Driver San Francisco, Tanner remains in a coma, and now, in a way, the game itself is too. Completely gone from every digital storefront and now only available through resold old Uplay keys and physical copies that there are a finite number of, Driver San Francisco is sort of permanently trapped between life and death, and there's something a little romantic about that. But yeah, dude, Driver San Francisco just rules. It's a really, really special game, one that I wish more people
But
had the
yeah,
opportunity to play, and if you'd sign this petition and or share this video with
I just want to
anyone
make
playing this game
stuff,
interesting or wanna
I
play
think.
themselves, that would mean a lot.
I feel like because I'm not seeing things that I like, I want to just put more of it out there myself and do my best and try to reach the heights of the things that inspire me.
Move on to Japan, because what happens if you put the world's best-selling handheld game machine in the world's biggest burger chain?
Man, I have been really distracted tonight in a bad way.
McDonald's M came with unique DS cartridges containing training software.
And Mike, how exactly are they teaching the McD's members with the was it the NSDS or something like that?
The DS.
Perhaps someone out there watching this video knows more than we do, but for now, the McDonald's training game is a mystery.
Probably shouldn't do too much detail in these shoes because they're small. You're not really gonna see them anyway.
Revealed a brand new program to train part-time McDonald's employees, a partnership to create an exclusive piece of software for the Nintendo DS. This unassuming little cartridge would then go on to become one of the rarest Nintendo DS games of all.
But as far as entertainment goes, my just like exposing myself to it, I think yeah, I'm just kind of moving backwards. Especially with like the arcade stuff, I've been getting more into modded consoles so that I am able to experience older things that I may have missed growing up.
It was a huge investment for the company too. This whole endeavor of manufacturing and distributing these carts was costing them roughly 200 million yen, or $2 million, and that's not even counting the cost of developing the software itself. And while the title of the game isn't particularly exciting, the official name is eCrew Development Program, the contents of this cartridge are fascinating. As we know, the game was surprisingly robust, with just a ton of personality, lots of custom sprite work,
But yeah.
and some rudimentary 3D where the little boxes...
I think there's still room to find things that are good. And even if things are bad right now, Also, that's not a... Oh, yeah. How could I forget the most fucking biggest example that I played this year is Deltarune. Deltarune was a video game that I continuously thought about for, like, months after I finished it. In fact, I'm still thinking about it right now by talking about it. Again, I do believe there is room for things to be good.
Now, this tactic of taking something that appeals to the young people of Japan and deploying it as a
Oh, 100%. Yeah, I get more that doesn't even like I mean, like my art block comes from the fact that I can't reach the goals that I have set for myself. If that wasn't a factor, I feel like I would be way more into art as a thing. And honestly, I get more fulfillment out of making art than I do playing video games already. Like, it just is a stressful thing for me, whereas playing video games is easy to do.
And Bloomberg's Mike Byrne went to McDonald's training center in the heart of Tokyo.
And that game is a little bit trickier than it looks.
But I definitely get more enjoyment out of productivity than just mindless entertainment. Although sometimes you do have to take a break. You really do. I took a break with some movie stuff recently. I recently checked out a lot of the old Lupin the Third specials that they made that are essentially just like movies. They're like big episodes of like anime, and to me that's like the ideal anime movie, is like just make it a big episode of the show. Just make it bigger, make it better, make it cooler. Those to me are the best. Like the original Pat Labor movie, the Tower of Babel one, is really, really good.
Code 1038 on this forum, also known as Cody Tontweet on YouTube, had actually gotten his hands on a copy of this coveted game. However, and here's the incredibly intriguing part, he had been stuck for years on the title screen because the title screen...
The Slayers movies are very, very, very good. I had to think of some other examples. Honestly, even the fucking Pokemon movies are really good. Like, those are some of my favorites because I feel like they're ones I grew up with. Like, there's certain Pokemon movies that... Especially one thing that I really like about the Pokemon movies is actually the music. Is very, very good. And I gotta say, I think the games could really benefit looking at how the movies handle their stuff.
If you listen closely, you'll note is a reorchestrated chiptune interpretation of the classic McDonald's ba-da-ba-ba-ba jingle. Just listen.
But I think that is Shu. I think we have reached peak Shu. We have reached pink honk me 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 Shu. Okay, I don't hate it. That looks good enough.
But tragically, this was all Cody could see.
Exclamation point. Should I get one of those fucking text-to-speech things for chat? I feel like that would be really annoying. Very grateful I have no self-imposed standard for drawing, being bad, and I'm bad, and that's good. I will always... I'm happy. I don't remember the fucking thing from Wreck-It Ralph. I barely remember that movie.
In the comments of his video and all over the internet, people have begged him to dump the game. The comments on the video are now locked, but in this video,
yeah, I know they made some Wreck-It Ralph arcade machines. I wonder if they actually made it a JAMA board or if it's just some piece of shit Raspberry Pi thing, which I'm assuming that's probably what they did. Bespoke manufacturing for game boards is just dead, which is really sad.
law is law
I think that's another thing that a lot of just, you know, on discussion of things getting worse over time. I think that's another thing that a lot of people really don't want to admit or recognize is homogenization of like systems and technologies absolutely negatively affects that stuff. I'm specifically with like game engines is one that I see a lot. Is everyone's using the same 3 fucking game engines to make shit. And it feels very, a lot of games feel very samey. Everything's either made in fucking Unity or Unreal or whatever.
I'm very much an idealist, so that's what I would do. But some people, you know, are not very into the idea that
Everything sucks. But
be worth so much less.
Now, despite Cody's
well, there we go. That's the line art. That's the hardest part done, I think.
did their very best to help him. Translated the menus for him, picked apart his extracted game saves that he uploaded.
I don't know, Calico. Have you seen this in the Discord? What do you think? The logo is I have to design a logo or do like a quick type treatment, but I'm kind of considering putting the logo like here. Because there's enough dead space here, I think it would work. And then I'm thinking of maybe having some Japanese font or whatever kind of over here. I have to play around with it. I've got a bunch of dojins and stuff kind of off to the side.
Really special is that from the photos you could tell that whoever this mysterious person is who was selling the game
The fuck?
actually had the password. In all the photos,
Did I just static shock something? Is that what's killing my...
had the password that Cody
Oh yeah, take a screenshot if you want, man. Composition is probably my strongest, I think, aspect. Something is happening with my setup. I'm getting like static or something that's like causing one of my things to short.
Still, the item description was clear. You weren't just paying for this very rare game and the equally rare matte black McDonald's logo.
Oh no. Oh no, this fucking cable. I hope this cable isn't going bad.
The game up. For the very first time in 10 years, there was finally a path forward. A way for the world to finally see what secrets the Japanese McDonald's training game has.
That is what is going on. Okay.
Roadblock in the way.
So the headphones I was using are like, they have one of those screw-on adapters to make like a 3.5 millimeter head jack to like a full one. And that is what was, it was unscrewed somehow, I guess, just from consistent use. I don't know, maybe it just came loose or something. But I was moving around and I was getting static and like my earphones were starting to cut out and I was like, what the fuck's going on? Delicious. Alright, let's get some color in this real quick, and then I'll probably render it on another stream, because it is late. I'm starting to get, like, crabby, because I'm being negative. I'm clearly not, in a good mood, but this is what the channel, banner looks like. You've probably only ever seen this part right here, because of YouTube and their stupid dumb bullshit, but this was originally going to be a stream banner thing that I did. So let's go ahead and grab some colors real quick. Grab her orange.
This has been where this story ends. An unsatisfying and predictable outcome that honestly paints a pretty grim...
She's a fox. What color scheme would you have expected?
But I'm here to tell you that there's more to this story.
Also, they're kind of wearing a company... She's kind of wearing company clothing.
I've been keeping a secret from you.
The
person who placed that bid, the person who won that $3,500 auction
Let me see. What other things can I pull up, like design documents? They're mostly for the male character. Let's see. Can I pull up where the fuck is it? Here's like the original ass.
4 months ago, I received a comment on one of my videos saying you have to make a video.
Here's the original ass drawing I did. This was like long time ago. This is back when the logo was brown and orange. You can see here I got the fucked up vector shape. I actually went back and fixed that a long time ago. So this is like way before that. Oh, this is so old. But I feel like this is where I'm like the best at like art, is when I'm just kind of like raw concepting and I'm not worried about like finishes. That's where I have the most fun. But unfortunately, because I'm finishes are just very hard for me. Let's see. I got a couple things I can really quickly boot up here before we just slap some color. But it was always kind of like that. Here's a really old one. You could tell this kind of has more of that like mid-2010s kind of anime flair to it. I believe this was from like 2019. And then here's when I thought I wanted to do like a tactical apron for the character, and I didn't realize that it was going to be the most miserable fucking shit on the planet to draw constantly. Maybe if I had like a flat thing of it that I could like how gun people kind of cheat when they draw guns, where they have like a flat thing of the gun and then they just perspective warp it to try and make it like look 3D. What else?
And that's where WEEABOO steps in. In essence, they allow international customers like you and me to shop directly for items on Yahoo Auctions Japan, Mercari, Rakuten, and a ton of other Japanese online retailers. The way WEEABOO works is that
Well, thankfully none of my characters have been around long enough. I gotta be real. I think I like this more than the more modern, I like this more than the more up-to-date, thing I did. He looks more correct here, like an anime character. I think here he just looks a little too, like, sexy. Like, he's got, like... I like the determination here better. I don't know. I really... these early references I did, I have very mixed feelings about. But... that's enough of that. We need to get some color on this and call it a night. And then here's Tanuki Gyaru. I pulled her up because I'm really trying to... I think, like, this is, like, the sweet spot for me. In terms of, like, finishes, this is, like, got that, like, Bishoujo game kind of, like, coloring. It's got these eyes that look really nice. That are sort of, like, you know, Calico, you said something to me about, like, having a North Star. And I've been really trying to figure out what to call it, but I've been looking a lot at, like mid-2010s anime from when I really kind of, like, early, like, late 2000s, like, 2008, 2009, or, like, 2000, you know, like, mid to late 2000s to, like, mid to late 2010s anime art, which is a long period of time. But you know, I was talking with Rad about this on the Discord, and I think we kind of pinpointed a couple things about, like, you know, technology changing. But for me, I would say the big tipping point to where I started to feel less and less interested with modern anime art and manga illustration stuff was like Fate Grand Order. and like the rise of like the gacha game, which they've been around for a minute. Obviously, like there's a whole history of gacha games before Fate Grand Order. But I don't know. Because I know Conical was a gacha game. But like, I don't know why that one. No, absolutely, I need to narrow it down more. I'm just trying to find. I have a couple candidates. But the thing was, I was looking a lot at the illustrations from Senran Kagura. I'm not sure if you're familiar with that game, but that's a game I have a lot of fondness for. Specifically the DS one. Okay, come on. Come on, fucker. Alright, let's see. I'm just gonna slap color on real quick. But I don't know. Again, there's a lot of artists that I feel like could fit that description for me. The issue is just that I like too many different artists that do too many... certain artists do certain things different for me that I really, really like. Like, one artist will do Keimono that I really, really like very well. Another artist will do really, like a certain, like, fetish thing really nicely that I like. It's hard to pinpoint. It really is. I hope that didn't... Okay, good. That didn't do the thing.
With barely a day left before his flight, Mark safely packed the McDonald's DS.
I mean, I don't need recommendations on artists that I like. Like, I'm not like that dumb. Where it's like, I don't even know. Is her skin like... Jeez, her skin is way pinker than his. Skin tones are definitely something I could use work with selecting for sure.
And to be honest with you, the particulars of whether or not Mark would even be able to leave were kind of a big question mark.
Why the fuck is it doing this?
To get all the paperwork filled out so that Mark could return
I swear, I would love a non-broken fucking paint bucket tool.
Much less get back into the country. Mark entered the airport, and with virtually all flights in and out of Japan canceled due to the pandemic, Hanida's international terminal
fucker.
was a ghost town. Everywhere he looked, seats were blocked off, forbidding people from sitting next to each other, a measure that ultimately proved redundant since almost every seat in the airport was unoccupied. Soon, it was time for Mark's flight, and a few minutes later, Mark found himself on board a virtually empty airplane from Tokyo to the United States.
But yeah, these colors, I have...
Me and my family were on our way to the airport to go meet Mark and see him for the first time since the pandemic.
Maybe my ideal artist is Korean. I can say with certainty that is not the case. But maybe, I don't know. It's not like there's artists from other countries that I don't like. I guess for me, it's just all the big stuff that I'm interested in is from Japan. So it's like, okay, well, I want to make art like that. So I don't know. I just don't get excited by like the tertiary culture of a lot of that stuff.
Finally, we saw him.
And it's not to slight them. I like people who are not Japanese and trying to do anime art either. I just have a lot of complicated feelings about it, really. Like I don't really like the whole trying to wear Japan like a skinwalker suit, which you could make the argument that's exactly what I'm doing. Fuck. What is with this weird banding that this pen tool does? I don't get it. Why does it look like Vegas? Are you kidding me? Oh my god, I can't do screechy voices anymore ever since I had my surgery. I can't. Like, it just shreds my fucking vocal cords. I can't do it no more. I'm gonna make her sock yellow, even though that's kind of gross. I think just for the sake of having less layers, I'm going to... Or no, because I need to make the fucking shoe white.
Doesn't exist anywhere else in the United States. A game that seemingly nobody had the password to access except for me, and we'd have to rely on an airline who'd already misplaced it once to ever get it back. This was a truly helpless feeling. There was really nothing we could do here except just exercise some patience and wait. Well, almost nothing. The one thing I could do was start preparing. See, even if everything went perfectly...
But yeah, Reiko's whole thing is that she moved to America, so I kind of tried to... When I was designing her outfit, I kind of tried to make it very plainclothes looking. Like, very clearly someone who's, like, kind of traveled and hasn't really had a ton of time to settle in and is, kind of just running off of resources that they have had before a bunch of stuff. I don't know. You get the idea. She's like, it would be like if you went to another country to work and you just didn't have like a lot of stuff and you hadn't really gotten your sea legs yet.
But the reality is that at this moment the 3DS is in kind of a bad place.
And what they say in that video is completely true. The availability of hardware-modified 3DSs in 2020 has dried up almost entirely. And from doing a ton of research, I realized that there was really only one person left on Earth who could help me with this problem. And that was a console modder based out of Germany named Stefan Merki.
Real. I guess this is still kind of yellowy.
A shop called Merki.net, where he sells capture cards and hardware mods for the Nintendo 3DS. This site came up
I need to do that thing that a lot of animators do, where they make a barf-colored background. In fact, I'm going to do that real quick. Let's see, what's the most heinous, ugliest color? There we go. Wow. Green. Oh, I did not do the face. Ugh.
Stefan had just posted an open letter on his website announcing that he was, sure enough, out of the modding.
Of course, this fucking... Oh, this goddamn paint tool bucket thing I'm using is just... does not want to behave. But I've known it for so long, it's hard to make the tough choice to find something else. Even though there probably isn't anything else.
Painfully close to getting my hands on this ultra rare DS game that I needed one of his devices to share with the world. And it took some convincing.
Let's see. It looks like everything's pretty good here.
But there was a caveat.
We have a thing we need to fix.
Would need me to send him some American 3DS hardware to modify. So I went out and purchased a brand new
We got a little diddly here.
And mailed it off
One.
to Germany.
To who?
That's what I hear.
3.
More on that later. In the meantime, I also continued.
I will say one thing that's amazing about Clip Studio is why I love it way more than other drawing programs. Like Photoshop isn't even a drawing program, but why I would always recommend it over something like Photoshop is the ability to set transparency as a color is fucking huge. Oops.
Where is your suitcase? Recently, your baggage was stolen. It's time to relay your ammunition. We're seeing this email because we'll be handling it. We have entered your baggage claim into our system. We're working with you to get your baggage as fast as possible. All the best for your plan to get this back.
Why I decided to do this in the worst way possible, I'll never know. Other than I'm stupid.
The trajectory is correct. It's on the right path. It's in spitting distance. It's past so many hands, you know? Who can really trust?
I mean, the idea isn't so much finding one, it's trying to synthesize what I want to get out of all of them. I have too many artists that I like. I don't know if I'd want to. It's gonna sound really weird, and a lot of people get really weirded out when I say this, but my goal as an artist, as wanting to be like the Japanese artists that I sort of enjoy, and is I want my work to not look like a person from outside of Japan made it. I don't want that to be the first thing that comes to mind when people see my art and see my work. Like, if I had my way, I would be operating under a pen name. I would not be... I just would not be... you know, I would basically be exclusively writing in Japanese. Yeah, I don't know. For me, it's like Japan has its own art culture, and I've always just wanted to be a part of that art culture. Rather than the Western one that belongs to where I'm at currently. And that's always been a point of contention for a lot of people. Especially at art school. It was very rough. So I don't know. It's something I've really that's kind of stuck with me for a really long time. And I feel like I am kind of a little lost too. Where I've been pursuing this for so long that I kind of have lost sight of myself a little bit. And I've been trying to go back to that recently. That's why I've been trying to look at older art that I really liked. But again, there's just going to be no substitution. I think for me, just getting to be a part of that world and learning from those kinds of artists and developing skills alongside, you know, Japanese manga artists or illustrators or designers. You know, I as someone who went to art school, I will say that there is absolutely zero substitute for being in a group of other artists for your own personal just growth and enjoyment and skill development. There's something very cathartic isn't the right word, but like there's just something, honestly, that's wonderful about being in a world like that. Even when I was, like, around other people that I didn't really like, or art that I didn't really like, it was kind of nice to just, I don't know, maybe that's just more college. If I knew enough Japanese, I would already just be publishing doujinshi myself. I mean, that's kind of what this is. Like, I'm getting... Calico, I'm doing this to print this. I've asked about that. We're kind of doing that a little, in a way, even, with... It's not necessarily doujinshi, but, like... we are kind of trying to get together to do the mini 4-wheel drive project. I think that will be a really fun time, personally. He's going to be way easier to color, I think, than her. She's got a really complicated pose.
Long last, this ultra rare game and allegedly the password for it was in our hands. This incredibly rare McDonald's branded DSI, this even rarer McDonald's Japan employee training game, and arguably the most precious part of all, the long-lost unique 6-digit password that would let us access...
Did you see the mini 4-wheel drive stream I did for the character, Calico, or did you pay attention to that or no?
Finally, at long last, the game was safely...
Not that you have to pay attention to that. I was just, I guess that's just a clumsy way of asking if you saw it, maybe.
This time from Germany, containing the modded new 2DS XL. This was the final piece. This was the last ingredient necessary to share this game with the world. The only obstacle left to surmount was the language barrier. I can't read Japanese.
I don't know if that's something you're like particularly interested in. I know my Discord kind of skews into hobby culture a lot. And that's just mostly because we're just three. You know, the Discord really isn't even meant to be anything. I used to just do stuff in other people's Discords, and admittedly, they got a little annoyed at me for that. And it didn't really go anywhere even too, so it was just kind of like, why don't I just have my own? So it was just me and Rad, honestly, for a while.
Because it's got kind of a feel the magic XYXX vibe to it. Dude, I can't...
But yeah, the idea is I designed a character, and I'm taking that character and making a plastic model. I'm doing some Bishoujo pla, or girl pla. I call it girl pla, but I don't think girl pla is like an officially recognized term.
Oh my god.
So.
Dude. Happy McDonald's customers all over the world. So, this opening video was on YouTube, but I avoided watching it because I didn't want to take away from that moment. And I made the right call.
I think that's kind of like a cool, fun event. That harnesses everyone. I feel like most people in the Discord are down with that. But not everyone in the lad cord is an artist. And obviously I don't want to like force people to like
I feel like I'm defusing a bomb here.
Participate in something that they don't really have an interest in.
It's got the ba-da-ba-ba-ba jingle. It's incredible. It's so spiritual. Okay, this has to be it because it's a 6-digit code that only takes numbers. All right, let's punch this in. 4, 8,
And I didn't draw his tail,
5,
but I initially meant to.
4, 8, 2. Such a distracting movie.
I did initially want to have him have a tail in the shot, but I don't know if it's going to be.
Right, let's see here.
And then also could probably skew the paper to be more. Yeah. We do not need that to be yellow.
Scared the crap out of me. My mind flooded with terrifying possibilities. Had this DS cartridge save game been wiped somehow? Had the seller sent me the wrong copy? Or, worst of all, were these photos fake? Had we been straight up scammed here?
Okay, but we're getting there. We're getting there, lads.
What if it's the password?
I would say this is probably my most therapeutic part, is just the raw coloring.
I hope so, because I don't know what I'm gonna do if this doesn't work. Okay.
And here it
You got your Discord locked into the Rakugaki channel?
This is where I'm
Oh.
whether this
Okay.
actually work.
Alright, 482500. I'm hoping this works.
Well, I don't know. Maybe at some point if we reach enough, if this channel or whatever gets big enough and finds more artists, maybe we could consider doing a maybe we can consider doing like a Discord compilation book or something. But for me, my ideal thing again is I want to hang out with like other doujin artists, and you know, not to sound like a dickish snob about it, but like I kind of just, that's the kind of artists I want to meet and hang out with. Like, I definitely want to be respectful of people who are trying to do the same thing as me, but I don't know. I don't know how to put that without sounding like an asshole, so I'm probably just not gonna finish the thought, but...
Easy. We're now getting an isometric view of the whole store. Whoa! Oh my god.
And that does make me sound like more of a dick than I think I intend to come across. Like, ooh, you're not an artist that I like, that meets my requirements, but like, again, it's not so much that I have a disdain for artists that aren't the thing that I like. It's just that I want to meet the artists that I do like. Well, you're more than welcome to post your art in the Discord, dude. That's what it's there for. Like, it's not like a big. Yeah, I mean, like, if you just wanna have just a small place to go, like, hey, I did a thing, without sharing it super publicly, like, that's totally cool, dude. If you want to use that for that. I don't think using a different blue is going to be a great idea here for the thing, but I think it'll help it set apart a little bit.
About 1 week after I recorded my playthrough with Samuel, I was catching up with a friend over FaceTime, and she asked me what I'd been up to lately. So I walked her through this whole story, the long-lost game, the Bloomberg video, the auction, the French guy, Cody Tontuit, who had a copy but couldn't get in because he didn't have the password, etc., and how I had just managed to get to it myself.
Alright, well, I think that's the coloring. I mean, I gotta do, like, the hair patterns and stuff still for the tails.
So I go to Cody's video to show her the exact password.
Dude, did you not see my personal, like, channel of, like, degenerate stuff that I have? I have an entire thing in the admin center that is just my own shit. Like, you don't have to feel bad about, like, posting slightly risque stuff.
Logins found with a YouTube link. I clicked the link. And it took me to a live stream archive broadcast on YouTube.
Oh, fuck. I know what I need to do. I'm not done.
Enters a password.
I gotta do that fucking spiral bound notebook. I don't want to. I really don't want to do that tonight. I'll probably just do that off stream. Because I got to be up early tomorrow because I'm meeting people. I have a lot of adult stuff going on tomorrow.
Cody's playthrough had been streamed live to YouTube on August 30th, 2020. My playthrough with Samuel.
And, even though it is the weekend, I want to be respectful. But yeah, I don't care what you post, dude. Just be warned that, like, I can't prevent... Like I definitely have, like, a lot of third-party shit turned off by default. But, like, I know Discord has, like, a lot of shit that it uses to scan your art or whatever. Or, like, some Discords do. Just... know that I'm not doing that, but if Discord implements some shit by default, you know, I don't have any control over that, unfortunately, until I learn how to shut it off. If you're worried about your art being, like, AI scanned and having, like, AI companies steal your shit. There's actually a couple things I still need to do. I need to color in her glasses. I will say her glasses are from, like, a Korean thing. Or no, they're not. They're actually not. Well, no, that was a cell phone that I used earlier. Never mind. That was something completely different.
This IT guy freaked out, said, "Don't move," and then brought brought it to the desk of none other than the CEO, truly the Scott, president of Domino's Pizza, of this particular story. It turns out the CEO's wife is Japanese, and she herself had actually worked at McDonald's Japan corporate, meaning she knew exactly who to contact about Cody's problem. Weeks later, Cody found himself on an email chain with employees from McDonald's Europe, McDonald's UK, McDonald's Australia, and, of course, McDonald's Japan. This email chain, according to Cody,
these bucket
was loaded
tools.
with information, including
I got these from way back in the day. There was this chick that was like from like Thailand or something that worked at an anime studio, and she uploaded a couple tools that she used. So I snagged them because I figured, because her stuff looked like technique wise like correct. So I kind of just was like, you know what, might as well just use it. And I use these tools a lot. To this very day. Not so much the pens, but the buckets she set up. I have not only a regular just like bucket that works sometimes and it doesn't, but I also have a really helpful like color replace bucket that like if you touch a if you touch a color on a thing, it all turns into other stuff, or it turns into the it turns all of that on the same layer into a new color, and it's very helpful. Again, sorry, it's very late. I'm getting the streamer babbles.
I could not stop smiling when I first read Cody's story. This guy had jumped through about 1 billion hoops and roadblocks to solve a very inconsequential mystery, and to me that made me feel like he and I are kindred spirits in a way. But also, I'd be lying if I said I wasn't a little heartbroken that Cody had ultimately beaten me to the punch. But the irony wasn't lost on me either. This entire time, without either one of us knowing it, Cody and I had been racing.
Like, watch here. I'll use it right now. We're gonna go white. I usually just do 100% white for my eyes, but I'm gonna hit it. Oh no! What the fuck? What happened? Why is it not working all of a sudden? Okay, well, all right, we're gonna do it a different way because it's being a bitch. I don't know why, but we'll just alpha lock the channel and just do this, and there we go. There's perfect. Man, that L pisses me the fuck off.
And as cool as that scarcity is, I think I want this game to be something that everybody can do.
Oh, jeez.
And Cody's made it abundantly clear that he plans to never ever dump his copy. After spending months on this project and reading tons and tons of forum threads about it,
oh man, I just realized Reiko's eyes are kind of either. It's either her eyes are crooked or her glasses are like making it look like they're crooked.
One last time, I reached out to Samuel about my idea, and Samuel put me in touch with a game preservationist named Scyther.
It's the glasses. Yeah. Okay.
Scyther walked me through the process of using some software called God Mode 9 on my 3DS.
I will say one thing that I really do like doing. Let's see. When I do my eye highlights, I kind of like having it be a little more
And after jumping through a few hoops,
purple, I think. Like this.
we were successful.
I don't know if I'm going to blur these or anything. Again, I'm going to probably just model Tanuki Gyaru here, so maybe I will. Probably should just grab the...
So, I'm happy to announce that if you or anyone else watching this video wants to play this long-lost Japanese McDonald's training game for yourself, I've created a page on archive.org where I've uploaded the ROM and my save file and some basic instructions, and you can download it and start playing with it today. Have fun.
Huh, why is that weird like that? The values shouldn't be vibrating like that, but whatever. Let's go ahead and move this over here, since we're going to be referencing it.
This game involved a German 3DS hacker, a pseudonymous French rival, a game archivist from the Czech Republic, international smuggling, and, for the second time in my life, the Japanese arm of an American fast food company.
Let's try the color replace bucket again.
Why this keeps happening. Why I seem
Yeah, there we go. That's a little. I like that a little bit better.
Stories about companies like Domino's Japan or McDonald's Japan. And though I don't know how things turned out this way, there's one thing I know for sure. I'm loving it.
Oh shit. Did I turn a layer off somewhere? Yeah. Well, there we go. We're getting there. We're getting there. I'd say.
There's a link in the description of this video that gives you a free 2,000 yen coupon to any new Bai users who sign up. It's a great service. I've used it a ton of times. So if you want to thank Bai for making this video possible, please consider.
I think for now though, I guess I could show off a little bit of what I was thinking for the background, because I kind of figured this out on another stream, but I was thinking of having this tone here, and then just having the logo on the back. Although this pattern is kind of overbearing, I think now. Like I could always make it lighter. That could work, but
I now have a join button under my videos. Basically, if you'd like to support me making more videos like this one, you can do so for $1 and get access.
That is always the challenge of
Me and Samuel's full hour-long playthrough of McDonald's DS game,
these backgrounds, isn't it?
For my older videos, and so much more.
Is having the characters stand out.
I'll see you next time.
Although I'm gonna be real, I might dial the background in like a lot. Just because I really need to get going on this. I might just kind of phone some of it in when it comes to like the design stuff, but because I've spent way too much time on this project already. It's been, God, I started in like right at the beginning of February, so it's been like 7 months. That's kind of unacceptable for, and admittedly, I'm really slow at drawing. I get distracted very easily. I am, like, I probably wouldn't make it in, as much as I want to be a part of that world, I don't think I would make it in the professional manga world. I think I just am too slow. And I don't know if that's because of some, like, personal, like, mental disability stuff, or I'm just too fucking lazy. I know procrastination is a sign of, like, anxiety, and I definitely am an anxious individual. It's not so much just being lazy. The desire is definitely there, just I don't know, a lot of conflicting stuff kind of clashes in my brain, and sometimes art just doesn't happen. But, yeah, I think this is looking pretty alright for a cover. I'd say. But until then, until next time, I'm going to fuck off for the night. Yeah, that's my problem. I care too much. That's probably it. But I don't know. It's time for me to go to bed. It's already 4 o'clock, and I gotta set my alarm for noon, which sounds like no big deal for a lot of people, but for me, that's kind of a big ask. And I'm gonna do that right now. But until that time, I'm going to get out of here. So thank you, everyone, for joining me and keeping me accountable and productive. We tried a game. It didn't really work out. But it was good to get some progress put in on this. And I was happy that I was able to fix some of the things I was struggling with. I think hopefully coloring will go by a little bit faster. Although, again, that's another part that I really struggle with. But I think a big problem is because I want to learn to make art a certain way, and because I went to art school to learn art from completely different artists who are completely removed from the kind of stuff that I actually do like. I probably just did not absorb all of the helpful information and stuff that they had to have, because it was counterintuitive and antithetical to the things I want to do with art. So I probably didn't develop as an artist as much as I could or theoretically should have. But again, I'm babbling. I'm very tired, and I have to go to bed. And I appreciate you guys for sticking around. I'll be back later with something else.